Okay, so hindi naman tayo titigil sa paglularo na hirap yun ni Wrath of the White Witch. But, tapos na natin yung main story. I guess it's my bad na sinabi ko na I'm gonna play that until I find a job. And hirap maghanap ng trabaho. So, hindi tayo titigil sa paglalaro. Kasi meron ng mga errands na pwede. Other quests we can do. Lalo na yung merong lumabas ng mga rifts. Tapos yung merong creepy bunny man doon. Anyway. So, try natin maglaro nito ng Fallout New Vegas. I haven't finished yung main story. Yung the one between MC and yung The Legion. Siyempre hindi tayo mag-decide sa... Tingnan natin. Paano natin. Anyway, hindi ko pa alam kung paano ko lalaruin ito. Play it like a Hollywood maybe. Pero meron din mga mods. Tingnan natin, baka lagyan pa natin ng ibang mods next time. Kung magkaroon ito ng interest. Anyway. So, I guess without further ado, let's play a new game. Alright?
You saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, you knew just what I
Subtitle. Lagyan natin.
War. War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults.
Hellboy.
When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Ano yung gagamitin natin? Hindi ko alam kung paano natin lalaro ito. Gawin muna natin yung max na intelligence. But that's a build. So many items. Okay.
You're away.
Gawa tayo ng
Wait.
stuffed na character.
How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
Melee ba tayo? Try natin mag-melee stealth. Lagyan natin Brussels. Bruh.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Good Springs. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
Sliders all the way to one side. Asian tayo. Boston. Shape, general. Light, one. Kill me. Large. Short. Wala pa nagbabago. Normal look yung face ko. Brown. Eyes. Small, large. Yung nose. Reach there. Oh shit. Oh. Hindi ko pwede. Large na umbrella. Cheeks. Yan. Gumagawa ba tayo ng Pinoy? Slope. Oop. Yan. Practice judging. What? Oh, lagyan na ba natin? Lagyan natin siya na. Oh, wow. Magawa tayo ng Pinoy na dahil dito. Alpha male na Sigma male pala. Oh, shit. Don't. Flush. Move in. Sabi natin siya muli. Ano ang pinaka? Ano gumagawa lang tayo ng Pinoy eh. Eye sockets. Okay. Eyebrows. Oh, wow. Eyeliner. The darkest. Ito yung darkest timeline. Itong taong tong sasagot sa Wasteland, guys. Nose. Oh. Lips. Red. Mustache. Red. Red. Oh my god. Cheeks. More red. Beard. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. I love that. Eye color. Green, blue, blue, black. That is timeline. Age. Oh! Oh! Lang tayo. Hair. Ooh. Look at that unnatural. Gawin natin medyo goldish. Parang kulay ng mga alam mo yung hazelnut brown na sikat na sikat dito sa Pilipinas. Oh my god, I love it. Hairstyle. Domestic goddess, no nonsense, but probably rough night, and do well. Razzle dazzle. Unladylike. Mangy. Oh my. The dragon. Yan. Yun yung buhok ko ngayon. Pick up sa likod kasi shade yung likod ko. Parang ganda rin isa. Oh boy! Hindi tayo magkasuot ng helmet. Nope. Gusto mo ba ng helmet? Nope. No. I don't want a helmet. I don't want a helmet. Let me give you a kiss.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet.
Stop
Good.
touching me, old man.
Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by
Maybe
that
later.
vigor tester machine there.
Ayaw mag-
Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Lilinisin natin ang Wasteland. We'll rid of it ng mga kasakiman.
Ooh, looking good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you got back all your faculties.
Para kapag nilapitan ka nito. It's fine, pero I mean medyo unsettling, I guess. Lay natin muna lahat sa ganyan lang nga, paano yun? Start your stats. Sige, mag-intelligence muna tayo. Hint. Ganda na lang.
Look at that. Maybe them bullets done your brain some good. Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn are dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking.
O, pwede naman tayo mag, ano? Yes, old man, wait lang. Pwede naman tayo mag... Pwede tayo mag... Rifle build. Doesn't really matter. Spread out na lang natin. It's fine.
It's important that you're relaxed for this
Fine.
next test.
Ooh.
Please have a seat. All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
Dog. Cat.
House.
Renovate. Night. Campfire. Enemy. Stand. Heavy. Mother. Regret.
First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
Strongly disagree.
I ain't given to relying on others for support.
Agree.
I'm always fixin' to be the center of attention.
Nope.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
Find new fandango technology over there. I don't like it.
I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
Sure.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see.
An angry two-headed ant.
Okay. How about this one?
So, asan kaya yung two bears high-fiving?
Well, I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
Oh. Starting build. Speech, barter, explosives. Okay.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
Good nature and wild wasteland. Done.
All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
Tingnan natin yung ating mods. Okay. Find training manuals to unlock cyberhead surgery for more doctors. Okay.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on, too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Was my wife's. I think she was about your size, and she hardly wore it after we left the vault. Felt it was too brazen.
Thanks for patching me up, Doc.
Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too, and the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Fallout New Vegas allows you to play in a new hardcore mode that greatly increases the challenge of the game. This mode stimpacks heal over time and cannot mend broken flames. Radaway removes radiation over time, ammunition has weight, and dehydration is a constant concern. This mode is recommended for advanced players. You may turn hardcore mode on or off anytime in the gameplay menu, but if you activate hardcore mode now and maintain it through the end of the main storyline, you will receive a special reward. Would you like to activate hardcore mode? Nope. Ooh.
I expect you'll be wanting to go outside after being cooped up for so long, but if you have any questions, I'll answer what I can. Well, I already told you I came from a vault. After that, I was a traveling doctor for a spell. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Most folks out here ain't educated, so people with medical know-how are hard to come by. I found that I could help a lot of people with what I knew, and that was all right with me. Eventually, I went back and married my childhood sweetheart, and that was the end of my traveling days. Didn't miss it none then. Still don't. Well, ain't we all, right? That was a long time ago. I don't pay it much mind anymore.
Speech.
Of course. You've been through a lot. Ain't much, but these'll do you right if the pain flares up. This here's Good Springs, named after the water we got here, just down the road to the southeast. Good Springs Source, they call it. It's a quiet town, and that's how we like it. We don't go looking for trouble, though occasionally it sees fit to come looking for us.
I'm hurt.
Well, there's a general store just up the road, run by a fella named Chet. He don't got nothing fancy, but he's got your basics covered. If you're looking to wet your whistle, just past Chet's is the Prospector Saloon. The bartender there, Trudy, knows everyone in town. Other than that, there's not much to see. Just people trying to scratch out a living.
Okay.
That'd be Victor. Curious fella. He's sort of odd, and I don't just mean 'cause he's a robot. I couldn't tell you much about him. He's real friendly, don't get me wrong. You just get the sense that ain't the whole picture. Just a feeling. He keeps to himself, mostly. You want to know more about him, you'll have to ask him yourself. He has a shack on the southern edge of town. I didn't see him or the men with him. You might ask around town, though. Could be someone saw which way they was headed. Your best bet would probably be Trudy, the bartender at the saloon up the road. If anyone saw anything, she'd know about it.
I guess kasama niya yung kanyang friend. Ano kaya nangyayari? Thank you. Thank you, Doc. Thank you. Thank you. Do. Mojave Drive. Okay. Okay. The ongoing conflict in the Mojave Desert has kicked manufacturers into high gear. All major and minor weapon dealers in the region are rolling in new weapons, ammunition types, and modifications. Head to your nearest participating vendor to peruse their merchandise. Arsenal. Victor.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
How did you happen to find me?
I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick.
You know those men who were attacked?
Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that.
I think you're a fucking liar.
I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any.
Oh, probably.
I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy.
Goodbye.
Happy trails!
Apparel. Apparel can consist of many different types of gear ranging from clothing and armor to sunglasses and hats. DT. Some apparel grants damage threshold for the wearer. Your damage threshold is the sum of all the damage threshold for currently equipped apparel plus any bonuses from perks or camps. Damage threshold is directly subtracted from the incoming damage, so a higher damage threshold provides superior protection. Though a small percentage of damage can get through even the thickest armor from IPT is quite volatile. Shown by moving heavy. Aid. Okay. Okay. Oh, meron akong sprint. Yeah! Feels so good. Yeah. Let's adventure. Mojave Express. Welcome to the Mojave Express. Mojave Express drops boxes like this one. Mojave Express drop boxes like this one can be used to deliver items to any Mojave Express drop box you discover. Once you find the Mojave Express drop box, just activate it and you will be able to use that location to send and receive items. Okay. Siya pumupunta dun? Bakit kaya siya pumupunta? Parang hindi na ano yung gumagana naman. Ano kaya nangyayari sa mic ko? Anyway, let's go. Rings General Store. What's up, boss?
Hey there. You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office.
Yep.
I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
Show me what you have. Tell me about weapon mods and special ammo.
Weapon mods are things like silencers, scopes, bigger magazines. Special ammo includes things like armor-piercing bullets, which don't hurt the target as much, but let you punch through armor easier. There's also hollow-point bullets, which have the opposite effect. You can kill unarmored targets easier, but they don't do shit against armor.
Okay.
It's all about quantity over quality. Trouble is, you'll be cleaning and fixing your gun a lot more than usual when you use those kind of bullets. The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy. He had a bunch of Great Khans with him, probably hired guns. The Great Khans normally stay in their own territory way up northwest, on account of them being enemies with the NCR.
Alright.
Twice. Both times I drank a lot of liquor and lost most of my caps at the card tables. In that order, now that I think about it. If you ever get to New Vegas, be sure to visit Gomorrah. It's the best casino in the city. You won't regret it. Word of advice, behave. Between the NCR military police and Mr. House's robots, you don't want to be causing trouble on the strip.
Show me what you have for sale.
Can do.
Wait. Okay. Okay.
Thanks. I'm afraid I don't know much myself. Mr. House has got his own casino, Lucky 38, but nobody goes in or out except his robots. The other casinos follow Mr. House's rules, so I guess that makes him the leader of New Vegas. As far as I know, nobody's ever laid eyes on the guy. I think that robot who pulled you out of the dirt belongs to Mr. House. If Mr. House is looking after you, it's got to be a good thing, right?
You never know.
They're tough sons of bitches. Mean, but not crazy. They'll leave you alone unless you got something they want. The Great Khans deal in illegal chems. There's a good chance that most chems you come across were made by Great Khans.
Okay.
Take it easy now.
Ayusin natin tong Wasteland. I-purify natin sila.
If you're looking for supplies, Chet over at the general store can help you out.
Di mo ka na ako ng supplies, big boy. Naligang kita dyan. Easy.
Howdy.
What can Easy Pete do for you? The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more.
Okay.
Word of advice, though. If you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say.
Why are you called Easy Pete?
Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners.
You a prospector looking for gold and silver?
Nah. Means I poke through old buildings looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it. Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run off by raiders. Eventually got too old to keep going out.
What's wrong with the NCR, man?
Don't get me wrong. The NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Goodsprings and Prim don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away. They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them. The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake Mead, too. Anybody who owns the dam owns the territory. Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. You just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered. The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken-down relic with no place to be.
Bye-bye.
Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
Thanks.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to. Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these.
Thank you.
If the lock's too much for you to handle, reading through the magazine might give you the edge you need. You'll need those to pick the lock. Be careful, though. Put too much pressure on them, and they'll snap. Always happy to help someone down on their luck. Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon. Everything all right? Well, let's just finish this first, all right? Then we could talk. Preferably somewhere where I can get a stiff drink and Cheyenne can keep cool.
Okay.
Way too many strangers coming into town these days. No offense.
Ay, inoff ko pala yung music. Okay lang ba meron?
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them.
Okay.
That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles.
Nope.
Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
Okay.
Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
Welcome to the Vault-Tec assisted targeting system. All that. Okay. Sniper nakalangan tayo. Strength, charisma, intelligence.
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way. Okay, you're on. Go give him hell.
Asan ba? Yun. Got him! Ano nga natin? Shit, hindi na ulit ako sanay dito sa controls.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me.
Sure.
Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with two of us. Come with me.
Never, never, never. Oh, shit. Ano? Wait lang ah. Oh my. It crashed. Let's see kung nakuha nila yung save.
Now, everything all right? Until next time. That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching down and staying still. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from...
Okay. Save na tayo. It's like two peas in a pod.
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? But
Yep.
let's... Give him hell.
Got him. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Ano lang maraming mods? Konti lang naman.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's two more wells that still... Should... Come with...
Crash. Hopefully not.
Howdy. Holy moly. If you hadn't come here like you done, I'd be a goner for sure. I came up here to draw water, but here, you should have what I got. You look thirsty.
Yup. Reputation. You have established a reputation with a group of people in the Wasteland. Whether that reputation is good or bad, you're finally somebody. When people associated with that group will start to react to what you've done. There are many different factions in the Wasteland, and you can develop a distinct reputation with each one. As you perform actions that benefit the group, you will gain fame. Perform actions that harm the group, you will gain infamy. Okay.
Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end.
Yep.
Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested?
Doesn't hurt.
All right then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
Okay. Go. Oh shit. Punta natin yung settings, features, balance. Yes. Baba ng talon natin Samok sa island din. Oh shit. Oh shit. Talaga? Ah, balik muna tayo doon. Oh well, kung hindi na natin pwede palitan, it doesn't really matter. 10 intelligence ang puta. Dead. Baba ng ating thing. Tama. Scrap electronics. Homemade drinking glass.
Howdy.
Some shit.
You looking to buy some supply? Can do.
Okay. Glass. Drinking glass.
Give me a shout if you need anything else. Take
Homemade right. Holy shit. Okay. Got him. Ano ba tayo? For lockpick. Huh? Yes, yes. Skyrim. Cybernetic surgery, while not really useful in your hands, it is highly educational and particularly very book. Every decent doctor should be able to learn on cybernetic surgery. Dude. Okay, graveyard. glass ba? O shot glass? Wow. Got him. Empty. Empty. Come on now. Got him. Wala ba dito yung ano? What the heck? May bumubulong, narinig nyo ba yun? Creepy. It's fairly stable. Karoon na ng isang crash, pero that was it. Or is there gonna be another crash? Okay. Daytime. Oh, nag-crash na naman. Oh no. It ain't stable at all. Hey, shit. Tama naman, microphone device. Nagka-crash. Well, we can't do nothing about that. Try ko sa sunod na streams ko kung meron bang mga stability issues. Baka meron mga redundant na mods. Kaya siya nagka-crash. Nakadismaya naman yun.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. All right now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try.
Peruvian marching powder.
Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
Okay.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy something, get out.
What the hell is your problem? What do you want? He's some traitor who decided he'd rather shoot than pay the toll for being in our territory. He's hiding somewhere in town. Would serve these idiots right if me and my guys shot the place up after we got payback on Ringo.
Oo nga, teritoryo mo ba daw, boss?
It is now. Me and the rest of the guys busted out of the NCR prison east of here and took over. Now we're calling the shots. None of your damn business. You ought to know better than to ask a man that kind of question. Robbed some people, burned some things, killed a few guys. Same old shit that's been going on for years. The NCR and Legion are still fighting over Hoover Dam for some reason. Never been there since the NCR's got troops all over it. Must be pretty important. I've run with some tough gangs, but I gotta admit, they all got nothing on the Legion. I hear they stick you up on poles and it takes a while to die. I ain't saying I'm afraid of them or nothing, but I'll be staying out of their way. New California Republic. Nothing new about it. Just a bunch of people with money and power pushing everyone else around. They've got troops all over the Mojave, but it's a big desert, so it's pretty easy to avoid them if you want. Yeah.
Too bad you'll die. Consult. Okay. What's up, boss?
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon. Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him. He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill. You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants. Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him. Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. It was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now. He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Powder gangers is what they call themselves. Plenty more like him out there. If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Goodsprings. I'd even set you up with a discount. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad, and they've got a lot of friends out there. Don't know why you'd want to do a thing like that. Yep, you'd get on their good side, but people around here wouldn't appreciate it one bit. Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor, by accident, and it hasn't been working since.
Did my attackers say where they're going?
They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back. That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know. I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up.
Let's take a look at your broken radio.
Sure, the outside looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on in the world, and that Mr. New Vegas seems like such a gentleman. I know that thing as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me. It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it all very creepy. It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but no one knows who it was. Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before.
Yep.
Mostly traders looking to buy bighorn or meat and hides. The traders are the main reason the general store manages to stay in business. Most travelers heading south on the I-15 just push on towards Prim, unless they're in desperate need of supplies. There's always something interesting going on, but the biggest news has to be the coming dust-up between the NCR and the Legion over the dam. The new California Republic's got the most power in Nevada. Money, troops, you name it. They do what they can to keep things safe in the region, but if you ask me, they're trying to do too much. They're spread too thin. I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity. The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No idea why they'd want the dam. Probably plan on destroying it or something. Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers, so there's no mistaking it when you see them. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't overrun the territory. Got a special discount for you, after what you done for us.
Thanks. Moonshine. Bye.
Feeling thirsty? Yeah, I heard it turn right back on after you got done tinkering with it. Here's some caps for the work. Not at all. I'm never sure how much is normally charged for this sort of thing. Here's some additional caps. That should be enough. Now, how about spending some of those caps in the saloon?
Hey, hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer? Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Prim is the town with the roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can.
Thanks.
I hunt geckos mostly. The meat's pretty good and I can always find a buyer for the hides. I also help keep the town clear of rad scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in Good Springs, so wildlife is always creeping in. Sure, what do you... Southeast of here is Prim. Can't miss it. Since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. The NCR's got an outpost there. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something, but I heard they got troubles lately. I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. Got critters up there that don't take kindly to getting shot. Around here, mostly coyotes and geckos. The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard about bigger, nastier versions out in the Wasteland, but I've never seen them. Stick to the roads when you can, and steer clear of the hills north of Good Springs. The critters up there are big and poisonous. The new California Republic. Bunch of settlers and soldiers coming in from the west, fixing on making Nevada their own. They can be right pushy, but the roads are safer because of them, so I tend to let it go. Not that I got a choice. Well, the wildlife for one thing, rowdy locals for another. They're protecting their own. Just happens to help us. They've been holding off this other group from the east, too. Got a funny name. Call themselves Caesar's Legion. Never seen them in these parts, so I couldn't tell you much. I hear rumors, that's about it. Supposedly they keep slaves and they got some real nasty ways of killing folks. But maybe that's just something folks in the NCR cooked up to make themselves seem more useful here. Less uninvited.
Okay.
If you want to know anything else, just... Until next time.
Right, right.
You looking to buy some supplies? Thanks. If Ringo doesn't head out on his own, I think we should hand him over. The town shouldn't get itself mixed into the problem. Don't mistake that for coward talk, though. We're a town of survivors. We'll fight tooth and nail if pushed, but we don't go looking for trouble. Take
La? Nag-ano talaga siya? Is bad. Hindi ko alam ano nangyayari.
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me? Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. Let's say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan. You know how to play? It's a two-player game, and the winner takes the whole pot. You build a caravan using the cards in your deck. The goal is to create caravan bids that beat your opponent's bids, so there's more strategy than luck involved. It's why you won't see Caravan in any casino. Too slow-paced. And more importantly, no house edge. Here, take this holotape. It goes into more specifics about the rules. You'll also need a deck, so take one of my spares. So, you feel like playing a game? Just keep an eye out for them while you travel. I've found cards in old boxes or forgotten on shelves. Can find some for sale, too. Oh, sorry. I thought everybody knew already. I'm a trader with the Crimson Caravan Company. I'm, staying in town for a bit. Did you... I've never stopped here until recently. You're better off asking one of the locals. It's been in business for a very long time, and it's probably the biggest trading outfit in California. There's a branch up in New Vegas, but it hasn't been doing so well. Word is that the big boss herself, Alice McLafferty, is coming in to fix things. Yeah, he doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight. My caravan was on the return trip from California and heading back to the company branch in New Vegas when we got jumped. Not even a drop your weapons and hands up before the bullets started flying. We put up a good fight, but there was too many of them. I took a few of the bandits down before I ran, so I figure their friends are out for revenge. I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own. We'd just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board... I was thinking of myself, actually. Who's gonna watch my back while I'm watching yours? Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
me the sack.
So what's going on?
Yeah, patayin na natin itong mga powder gangs na to. We don't need them. We don't need them.
Hello.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer?
Yeah.
Say no more. I'm in. Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo. But I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great. A silver tongue would help. Convincing Trudy that we had a good plan to win the fight would also help. I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Even with the town at stake, he'd still make you barter with him. Easy Pete's pretty protective of his dynamite. You'd have to convince him you know a thing or two about explosives before you handed it over.
Alright.
I'll be waiting.
Yeah, you wait there.
So you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right. That does sound like a good plan. All right, you seem to know what you're doing, so you can count me in. Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll see if I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating. While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped. The general store probably has what we need in stock.
All right.
Be careful out there.
Hey.
Hey. What's up, Easy Pete?
Howdy. Bad trouble.
Bad trouble.
Welcome. Too dangerous. Gonna kill all yourselves if I let you touch it. Better to leave it buried. Safer that way. Uh-huh. Guess you know what you're doing. I'll go dig it up and get it ready. You'll have it by the time the fighting starts. Yup.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
You looking to buy some supplies? Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the powder gangers. That's a 1,000 cap investment you're talking about. You made your point. I can provide people with some leather armor and extra ammo. Sure hope it's worth it. And I'll be guarding the store while all this is going on. I have to put my business first. You understand. Take it easy now.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
You looking to buy some supplies? Can do. Thanks. If Ringo doesn't have...
Additional notes. Psycho. Yoo-hoo! Doc Mitchell. My lady.
Welcome back. I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon. What can I do for you? Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never leave each other alone. Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg, and my supplies are scarce, but I'll give you what I can spare. I ain't got much, but it'll do you more good out there than it will in here. Take what I got. Sure, I can help you out.
Oh my god. Actually, titigil na muna ako sa paglaro ngayon. Anyway, thank you. Kung sino man yung nanonood, wala naman ata. I'll just ayusin ko na lang next time. Tomorrow ayusin ko. Hindi, ayusin ko for tomorrow, I mean. Alright. Bye-bye.